Hi, friends. Great to be back with you for another Wednesday Words. Last time we looked at Psalm 90, verse 12, which reads, "Teach us to number our days so that we can grow in wisdom." When you think about it, that only makes sense if there's a limited number of days. And then within those days, there's only a limited amount of time and energy and tasks that we can get done during those days. Someone once said a person has got to know their limitations. Well, you don't have to be very wise or educated to know that. But I think sometimes many of us, maybe because of how we were raised, the culture we're in, are kind of up against unrealistic expectations. We're not meeting the obligations that we either have set for ourselves or we feel others are setting for us. We feel like 24 hours is not enough time. Maybe if we just had 25 or 26 hours, maybe 8 days a week to get done what we feel like we need to get done. Realizing our limitations is a great first step in numbering our days and growing in wisdom. Why is that? Because God created and designed us with built-in limits. We only have so much energy. We only have so much talent and gift and intellect to apply to our lives. And that's good news, because that means we can depend on others, and we can depend on God, and we can depend on the resources God has graced us with in this earth. So often, though, we don't recognize those limitations, and we don't appreciate them. And we don't appreciate them in others. And so we look at each other out of a competitive spirit instead of a dependent spirit. And that's a limit on our being able to love and be loved. It's kind of thought of as a negative to need and to need someone else to care for us or to need anything from someone else. And that's sad. God created us, designed us to need, to be limited, so that we can depend on each other and so that we can depend on Him. What is it Jesus told us to pray? Give us today the bread we need for today. God built in those limitations so that we could learn to trust Him more. I invite you to sing with me, "Only Trust Him." I think you know it. And it's certainly a hymn of invitation to trust Christ for the first time, for our salvation, for in Him alone is our salvation. But it's also an invitation to learn to trust God more for everything and for every moment of every day as we number our days. Well, of course, I forgot to give an example. You're always supposed to give examples of what I'm talking about. So several years ago, I had a surgery, and some folks helped us out from the church, as our church is always so good at doing. One person shared their ice pump for my knee to keep the swelling down. People brought food, and at first I kind of felt a little bit strange about that, because I don't feel like I need anyone to do anything for me. But if I had said no to any of those efforts, I would have been saying no to those people having an opportunity to love and to care for me and for Stella and our family. And that's the case with all of us. We need each other. And we need God far more than we're ever willing or almost willing to admit and to say. But we would be robbing someone and robbing God of an opportunity to love and to care for us. Only Trust Him is the hymn. Will you sing it with me? Come, every soul by sin oppressed, there's mercy with the Lord, and He will surely give you rest by trusting in His word. Only trust Him, only trust Him, only trust Him now. He will save you, He will save you, He will save you now. For Jesus shed His precious blood, rich blessings to bestow. Plunge now into the crimson flood that washes white as snow. Only trust Him, only trust Him, only trust Him now. He will save you, He will save you, He will save you now. Yes, Jesus is the truth, the way that leads you into rest. Believe in Him without delay, and you are fully blessed. Only trust Him,